We were free for a little while. And then the forces of oppression set in. We continued to struggle up through the 40s, the 50s, working day and night, people dying, bombings. You know the story. Through the 50s, the 60s. We thought we were free again when we got the 1964 Civil Rights Act, which again legally ended segregation in this country. And we made some progress again. And then we entered into the era of the 80s. And we've been experiencing the last 8 years another attempt to set us back, just as they did in the post-Reconstruction era. But with the NAACP and your help, we've made it through these 80s, these first 8 years. And we continue to struggle, and we're going to continue on again and go into the 20th century, addressing all the problems that were there before and are still there, because even though you may think so, you're still not free. View this June 19th, today. You should view this as a day to begin all over again. I don't need to repeat the fact. Just one example of why you're not free and how you're not free. I don't care if you drive a Mercedes and you're living in $200,000 houses here in Fort Wayne, or if you're the biggest cocaine and crack dealer here in Fort Wayne. It makes no difference. You're still not free. Because I dare you to go into a federal court here in Fort Wayne and see if there's a black judge there. There never has been one since the history of this state. Go to Indianapolis and go to the Indiana Supreme Court or the appellate court. See if there's a black judge there when your case is appealed. Go into a trial court here with the exception of one. And what do you see? White prosecutors, white judges, white policemen, and an all-white jury, more than likely. So you're not free. And it's only going to be with your help, dedication, and support for the NAACP and other organizations. You say you don't like the NAACP, well, then work with the Urban League. But do something, because you're not free. So I would like to again end by just saying that players should be commended for the job you're doing here in Fort Wayne. We know it's long and it's tiresome. We were talking about it in the van. One of the branch presidents was riding with me from another city. And being a branch president is an awfully tiring job. But with the help of the people and the members and the help of the good Lord, we'll make it. We're going to win the struggle. So with those few words, I would like to say thanks again for your hospitality. We look forward to having as many of you as possible to join us in this freedom ride that we're having on July 4th. And I'll tell you again, for those who wasn't in the board meeting this morning, and there are several of you here who were not, when you're out in your backyard on July 4th enjoying that barbecue, and when you put that first bite in your mouth, remember, you're not free. And there'll be all of us down there in Indianapolis marching around the State House for the avowed purpose of trying to seek some black judges in Indiana. And you ought to be there with us. Thank you and good evening. Okay, at this time I would like to have the honor of introducing our national officer, not officer, but national staff member who's with us here today. She came all the way from Baltimore, Maryland to help us in putting on a training workshop this afternoon for the branches around the state, because on September the 24th, we're going to have the first NAACP National Radiothon across the nation in order to increase our membership to 1 million. 25 million black people in this country at a conservative estimate, and we have less than 500,000 members of the NAACP. None of you, absolutely none of you, and barring none, would be where you are today except for the NAACP. It's a crying shame that you won't even take our membership. Our goal is to use the radios in every city, and on September the 24th to get that 1 million members, 500,000 more for the NAACP. And John Dale came here from Baltimore today to train our branch workers so that they can go back to their cities and put on this radiothon. She is the Director of Special Projects for the National NAACP. This is her first special project, this nationwide membership-thon. So without further ado, I'd like to present to you the former Executive Secretary of the Atlanta branch in Atlanta, Georgia, and
want to say to President Breckenridge and his wife and the energetic president of Fort Wayne's chapter, I'm very delighted to be here today. I've been inspired. I travel, as I said this morning, I travel around the country a lot. I have for the last 18 years as a special consultant for the national NAACP. I started with Roy Wilkins, and I have attended many meetings of all kinds. And I have never seen a state conference as well organized as your state conference. I think you're doing a wonderful job. You got all the ingredients, and everything is on go. You have all your committees working, you have programs, and above all, you're cooperating with the first national radiothon. And I know that's going to be a great success, and we will be heard when we get those 1 million members, and we will get them. And I'm looking for all 26 chapters to be busy and heard on September the 24th when we have Radiothon Day in America. We're going to make America stand up and look, and we're going to stand up and be counted. I want to thank everybody for your hospitality, and I just feel victory in the air. And when we get those 1 million members, as Attorney Breckenridge said, then we will really have something to put pressure on in Indiana. We can get anything we want then because people believe in numbers. So remember that, and we can do it. We must, and we will. Thank you.